Welcome to this free course about how to start trading. In this first lesson, I just wanted to explain to you guys how mindset and expectations work because most of the people think that like trading is something you can start with immediately, but at first you need to understand why mindset and your expectations about trading are so important because this is actually the foundation of each and every trader before you are taking any trade. So let's get into the presentation and just I'll take you along. So let's just start with understanding that trading is not a shortcut to get rich quick. Basically, the thing that most people think is that with trading you can get rich within 2 or 3 months of trading, and that you will be profitable and make $3 or $4 or $5,000 a month. Even like $2 or $3,000 a month is crazy. What happens is like because most people think this is traders are new in the world and they are just putting on a higher account size or higher lot size, whatever you trade. And within the first few months, they blow like 2 or 3 accounts already. And then you spend like $3,000-$4,000 per account. You blow each and every account. And this is because like the traders are chasing their money instead of that they're building repeatable processes. And it's very important as a trader that you are understanding that you should build such a repeatable process. So how to do this is by like taking the time and understand that to become profitable within trading, you need time, you need to put in the effort, you need to like put in the months of work just to get your first profitable month. It's just what it says here. You should expect months of losses before you reach that consistency you're looking for. And understand me correctly, it's not a failure if you try something and it doesn't work out immediately. Like you didn't learn to walk as well. In 2 days or 3 days, you know? So it's just a learning curve that's working as it should work, because if it was that easy that you could like simply start trading and be profitable from day one, anyone would do it, right? So trading is basically a skill like any other skill. So surgeons train for 10 years, you have to study, you have to train. And like same goes for lawyers. They study 6 years. So what happens is that you need, with each of those jobs as well, you need a structure and you need to understand what you need to do first, what you need to do after that. You just need to put in the work, put in the effort, and eventually you will get there if you understand this principle. So this is just a quick scheme of like every skill takes time to master, because if you want to be a doctor, you need to study for 8 to 12 years. If you want to be a lawyer, you need to study for 6 to 8 years. Any athlete like put in thousands of hours, daily repetitions. There needs to be coaching. You need to have setbacks, like mental breakdowns even. And you need to understand that with the repetition, that's the only way you can get to a certain point where no one else actually is. So what you're seeing here is that a trader has a really short period in comparison to the rest. Like in 1 to 3 years, you can become very profitable if you do it correctly. And you only need to study what you need to do. You need to examine like, hey, these are the things I need to do. I won't break these rules. I will study those rules. I will journal every trade, every loss even. And from those losses, you need to learn. Like replay the action. Think about, why did I take this trade? Was it a good trade or was it a bad trade? Because there's a huge difference between good trades with a bad outcome and bad trades with a good outcome, because you can have a bad trade but it still be winning, or you can have a good trade and it still be losing. So those are the mistakes and like the things that you need to keep in mind. You need to repeat them like day by day, and each and every time you will then understand these are the things that work, these are the things that don't. So I will focus on the things that work. I will let the things that don't work, I will let them be for now. And whenever I have the time, whenever I'm profitable already, then I will work on the things that don't work to maybe make them work, and maybe even discard them because they won't work at all. So the only difference between trading and the others is like for trading, you can start without any degree. You don't need a certificate. You don't need any exam. And the barrier is very low. So that's why there is so many traders, why there are so many traders on the world, but they don't like actually have the skill set to be a profitable trader at all. And that's what you need to build. You do need to build that skill set just as in any other right, like profession. So the traders who make it in the world of trading are always the most consistent traders you will see. So they journal each and every day. They journal their wins and losses equally. They review their market data. They are not basing their trades based on feelings. They let numbers guide their decisions. They know when to stop and when to protect their capital. And like all those things which you can see on this slide, keep it in mind, like make a screenshot even and understand that you will lose, but don't see those losses as failure. It's just a part of the game. You should learn to love the game, even learn to love the losses, how difficult it may be. But like discipline is built. It's not born. You're not born with discipline. You need to learn how to be disciplined about certain things. Like if you are in the gym for 6 days a week, you are disciplined, but you didn't do that since day one, right? You have to build that discipline. Go to the gym each and every day and like try to get better at what you do. Like you start with very, very light weight. So to get better at certain things, you first need to feel it. It needs to feel like you are not doing enough. And that's the daily practice you should put in. So if you are understanding all these things, then you can get started with trading.